We are going to make chicken noodle soup today. So if you like chicken noodle soup, this is a really good recipe. It's just kind of clean, and I'm kind of weird about making the chicken in the pot and then using all the stock. I don't know. So what I use is rotisserie chicken, and I just clean it off the bone, just the white meat. And so I probably have, I don't know, you can eyeball it too. I'll figure it out. I'm going to see how much I have. So let me get the scale just to see. I don't know how much I have. I don't think it matters either way, but just in case someone really wants to be precise. And we're going to do it in the Instapot just because it's instant and we don't have to worry about waiting so long. Okay, so I zeroed it out. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to guess, I don't know, 3 pounds. Maybe that's too much. Oh, yeah. Way too much. I guess not 3 pounds. 3 pounds would be a baby chicken. Okay. So 1.3 pounds. So a little over 3 pounds. That's what I'm using. So, all right. So we're going to put that in I feel like we're making stone soup. Put the chicken in. Okay. And I do kind of big pieces. 2 pounds of carrots. I know that was because that's how I bought it. 2 pounds of carrots, and I just cut them into thirds. So I'm going to stick those in there. All right. So we have our chicken and our carrots. Then I'm going to add 8 ounces. No, more than 8. 64 ounces of water. And I'm going to add another 64. So about a gallon, right? A gallon of water. 64 and 64, 128 ounces. I think it's a gallon. All right. And then I'm going to use Better Than Bouillon because it's better than bouillon. Smells good. Has to go in the fridge. Don't forget, this is like got real stuff in it. You got to refrigerate it. So I probably have, and this you'll just do by taste. So instead of doing the stock, because I feel like it's not so flavorful and it's greasy and gross, and that's just me. That's how I feel. This is how I always make it. I've gotten lots of compliments, so I think this is good. So I'm just going to like eyeball it. And that's probably how much I'm going to use, which is probably 1/3. I hate to even pull out the cup, but for those of you who really want to know, okay, let me eyeball it again. I was going to say that's about 1/3 cup. There's 1/3. It's all sticky. Okay, a little bit over than 1/3. I'll probably even use more. It just depends. I always like look and see, and then I try it too after it's all done. So 1/3 cup of Better Than Bouillon for those measurements. And I went and used one. See, I probably would use 1/4. So then I'm like, okay, how would I say, like, because you wouldn't put that like 1/3 and 1/4. I'll have to figure it out what it would be. Because I was really going to just use all of this. It's really not going to be too much either, because that's a lot of water. Well, you know what? It might even tell you. Let's look. 1.5 tablespoons to 8 ounces of water. So I'm probably right on this. And I'll probably use the rest of that because it's really, so I think I'm going to say 2/3 cup for that much water. 2/3 cup, because really that was over 1/4. There's about 1/3, a little over 1/3. So we're gonna say that. I mean, a little over 1/4. We're gonna say 2/3 cup, and really, then I should not need any more than that. That should be good. Now, how I get it out of the jar, I can sit there and scrape, which I do. And you can also put a little hot water in it, but I think it's going to come right out. So it'll be all right. Now I do get this big one because these are, I mean, better than Boullion is expensive. However, I use it all the time. I like it. It's easy. So I can't complain. You get what you pay for, right? I think it's like $6 for this big jar at Costco, which is pretty darn good. And it's organic, so that means it's gluten-free. So this whole soup is going to be gluten-free. No, it's not. I'm putting noodles in it. Well, if I would have used gluten-free noodles. All right, so you, at this point, if you want to make a low-carb soup, then you can put the spices in and then stop. And you don't need the noodles. However, if you don't, keep watching. All right. This is about a tablespoon of parsley flakes. Okay. So a tablespoon of parsley flakes. I am, that light is like, tape it. It's just taking pictures itself randomly. I am doing my reels for Facebook, so this will be a quicker version. And then I'm going to add some pepper. Never can find the pepper when I need it. I think I put it up in the cabinets when I put stuff away when I'm doing it really quickly, and then I lose it. Okay, I couldn't find it last time either, and I must never have found it. So we shall use my little guy here. I kind of just eyeball it. Not too much, because you can always pepper it later, too. I don't know how much pepper's in here. Must not be too much. Unless it's a crazy angle. This thing's taking pictures like crazy. My phone. I'm not even doing it. You see I'm not touching it. However, just magically taking pictures. I'll go to do my reels and I'm like, why are all these black? No picture thing. I just did it again. Okay. Anyways, so we are going to stir this. Now, this is probably not the best stir because it just keeps randomly taking them. It could fall in. It could potentially fall in, which not a good thing, but whatever. All right. And then I'm going to put this on okay. It looks so good. I wish I could show you, but if I tip it, it'll fall out and then it'll get all over and then we won't have it and lots of problems. So I'm just going to stick it in the Instapot. It's very heavy. I'm almost to my max on the Instapot. And I'm just going to, now, okay, so this isn't really a true Instapot. It's a extra large power cooker. Yeah, maybe. But I love it. And I would totally buy another one. I do have an Instapot this big out in the camper, but the camper's not here. So, all right. So the other one has like, my Instapot must have like soup. This one does not. So I'm going to hit stew. Make sure that's off. Because I really want the carrots to cook. So I'm going to hit stew, and it's going to start. I can hear it. It's going to be 30 minutes, and we will be back. Yes. I smell popcorn. They're making popcorn down in the basement. Yum. My favorite. Okay. We will be back. Okay. Well, that's cooking. If you can listen, you can hear my Insta water maker pot. No. Boiling water, which is good. Now, I got these. You can get these at the Sterling's Amish Deli in Bowling Green. They sell them. Really good. If you don't live around EG. And the great thing is, stock up because they don't expire till 2025. You know, if we ever have a pandemic or anything, you got noodles at least. Yeah, 2025. So they're not going to go bad. I don't even know how much they were, but okay. So what I'm going to do, I usually make beef and noodles with these, but that's a whole nother show. Like I told you, I don't like a lot of yuck in my soup. I like it clean. And how I say clean is like, I don't like it starchy. I don't like it with the chicken bone juice, gross stuff in it. So I don't like it like that. So what I do is pre-cook these. Now, you can do these on the stove. No big deal. I have a little pot here. I could put hot water in, put them in, and then blanch them kind of. I mean, really don't blanch them, but get them kind of almost done because you don't want them too soft because you want to be able to at least enjoy them. But this little pot here boils water for me. So this is how I do it. And you can see the steam. Sorry. I know it's probably rude to do this, but can't help it. When you're taking a picture, try to take it where there's like less mess. Okay. That's at least how I do it. So I'm going to put this in here and probably cover it all and probably leave them in here for, I do ramen noodles like that too. I sometimes put a lid on this to keep it really hot. I shall see. Yes, I do. I have a lid. Yay. So I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. And I'll probably set the timer for 10 minutes so I don't forget about them, and then check them. And I really just want them a little tender, but still able to absorb a little fluid in the soup. One, to get the flavor, and two, I don't want all the soup juice absorbed by these. So I wouldn't just stick these in the juice because one, it's going to be starchy, and two, it will be less water. So, and when I make soup, I want to make it for at least 2 days so we have leftovers. Alrighty, so we're gonna just wait on everything. Got my noodles going, got my other Instapot going. It probably hasn't even started countdown yet. Nope, still at 30. Still trying to build pressure here. So it'll be going soon. All right, we'll be back. Okay, so after 10 minutes, if you can see, the noodles are like just a little bit, they're still hard, but they're a little soft on the side, so that's perfect. So 10 minutes. Okay, the thingy is done. It just beeped. So I'm going to let all the steam out for a second or two and be done. Okay, so it's all done, and the steam's out, and the little thingy went down, so I can open it now. And it's hot in the pot. Woo-wee. Okay, it's boiling in there. And the carrots are done. And I'm going to put don't splash yourself. Put the noodles in. But again, if you want it low carb and gluten-free, don't put the noodles in. Stir it around there. Yum. Okay. I'm going to get a bowl. Bring it over so you can see what it looks like. And you do want to stir it because that gob of, what's it called? Better than bouillon. It's probably just sitting in one spot. Ooh, this looks so good. Now, you can just eat this by itself. It's a, whole meal. Or, my kids are playing, what's it called? Ping pong. I wish that thing I could tip it. But anyways, maybe I guess then. One of them must have just won downstairs. And you don't really have to put parsley. I just like it because I think it looks good. Okay. So this is what it looks like. So yum. I mean, homemade soup. Better than now. I mean, of course you're gonna have to let the noodles. I'm gonna put this back, but the noodles. I'm gonna try the noodle. Yeah, they're good. You're going to have to let the noodles sit there for a couple seconds, and they'll be fine. But homemade chicken noodle soup. You have a whole pot. This is an 8 quart of or the 8 quart pot, whatever. And so that, my friend, when the kids see that I'm making a huge amount of something, they know it's going to be leftovers for a while. It does freeze very well. I've done that too. Put them in Tupperware containers, once it's cooled. So you can freeze it. I usually do it in this and just freeze them. Now, if I have little friends, elderly people, that I take soup to, I can't find them. They must be at their houses still. They're like little squares, same color. Sometimes what I do, so they don't have to worry about giving me back stuff, I'll freeze it in like the little square thing and then flick it out and put it in a Ziploc bag, a freezer bag, and then they can put it in their own bowl and microwave it and whatever. Okay, that's it. Simple and easy. Of course, you got to get the little, you don't really need to get, it's going to be good by itself, but if you want to get crackers, they have those little Premier saltine crackers that are tiny little mini ones. So good. But anyways, have a great weekend. Have a great day. Have a great whatever when you're watching this.